What's going on, everyone? Today we have to talk about Starknet because, as you can see, this thing is up 40% in the last 24 hours. So that's pretty good. And then, as you can see, 61% in the last 7 days, all that good stuff. But anyways, we're going to talk about this because I made a video yesterday talking about how I thought Stark was going to take off, well, actually a couple days ago. But anyways, we're going to talk about this. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. But let's get straight into it. So as you can see, the price was at 17 cents when I made this video on it a couple days ago. But anyways, I really want to talk about why this is going off and why so many people are really starting to pick up on Starknet, right? Because a lot of people, they don't know exactly what Starknet is. So this thing is kind of like Zcash, right? But it makes Zcash, DeFi or programmable, right? Because that's what they like to call themselves. They like to call themselves the programmable privacy coin, right? That's kind of how they're coming into this. But anyways, you can see they call themselves a Bitcoin DeFi layer supercharged by ZK Tech. And as you can see here, this is what their little platform looks like. So you can come here and look at it if you want to. But the way a lot of people are describing it here is Zcash is hard money, and this is coming directly from Starknet. And then you can see Starknet makes it programmable and hard money. So Zcash is the hard money, and then they're saying that Starknet makes it programmable hard money. So which means that you could actually start to do the DeFi stuff and DeFi protocols here with it. So that's why they're blowing up right now, because obviously Zcash is blowing up, and Starknet is obviously going to blow up next, because in order to fully use Zcash, you have to start to use stuff like Starknet to make it programmable, like they're saying with the DeFi apps and stuff. But anyways, you can unlock a whole universe of DeFi and DApps, scalable payments, all that good stuff, all while still having security and privacy of the Zcash layer 1. And that is why Starknet is blowing up. And this is a diagram that someone made here that shows Starknet in the middle. Then you got Ethereum, because obviously Ethereum is like the DeFi, like the standard for DeFi, right? For the standard for DeFi protocols is Ethereum. And then you got Zcash, which is the privacy coin. And then you got Bitcoin, which is the store of value. And then you got Starknet right in the middle, allowing you to use your Bitcoin in DApps, allowing you to use your Zcash in DApps. So this is definitely going to fit right into the privacy narrative that people are pushing. So, but as you know, everything in crypto is a trend. So the privacy coins, it's a trend right now. I'll be honest, it's a trend. But we still have not filled this gap all the way up to 51 cents. Well, really it's 50 cents, or not 50, I mean 30. There's this gap going all the way up here to 30 cents. And then after 30 cents, then we have another gap that we have to fill all the way up to about 51 cents. And that's pretty much what I was trying to say. So that's what we're doing here. We should see 33 cents for Zcash pretty soon. That is the resistance up there. That is if we keep this momentum up. And currently right now, a lot of buying pressure right now in the MACD. So the buying pressure is still moving fast there. And then we have the %R trend exhaustion, and is doing pretty well here as well. And this is the daily chart, by the way. And if we come over here to the 4-hour chart, we are pretty much overbought here. So there is a possibility of a little bit of a pullback. So do remember that. And then the MACD, though, is showing that even though the buying pressure started to slow down a little bit, it's still very, very high. So it could be very similar to this, where you just have a huge wave of buying pressure. Like, let's say it goes down, but it just spikes right back up again. So I do believe that we're probably going to have, a push even higher right here. As you can see here, like usually when we have candlesticks forming a structure like this, usually it breaks out from there. Usually. So I would not be surprised if Starknet was at 33 cents by tomorrow, or the next day, or the day after that, right? And I would say give it a week or two, and Starknet is probably going to be at that 33 cent level. And my overall target for this, though, is going to be all the way up here at this resistance at about 65 cents. So that top Fibonacci resistance at 65 cents. I think we could see Starknet there in not too long. But I don't know. We'll see. Actually, let me say 50 cents, because the next resistance after 33 cents is 50 cents. So I don't want to just, act like it's not there. So let's just say like 50 cents. Okay. So from 33 cents, it should go to 50 cents pretty soon after that. And we should be hitting 33 cents soon. So anyways, this is all I got for you guys today. I just kind of wanted to show you this. Remember, do your own research. Don't just go buying it because you see me make a video about it, right? Do your own research, find out what it is, and see if it's something that you would really want to buy into. Me personally, right now, I'm not buying it. Also, I don't buy stuff that just pumps massively, and this just pumped 40% in the last 24 hours. So I don't like to buy things on a day that they just pumped. Even though that this pump could definitely keep going, there is a possibility of a pullback because we are seeing that it is overbought on the percent R trend exhaustion. So that is why I'm moving a little bit cautious here. Definitely on the hourly chart, look at all of this overbought volume here, right? Usually it comes back whenever it does that, and we see that pullback. So technically, hypothetically speaking, if we did pull back, we would possibly see 20 cents to 17 cents and then another pump from there, or we could keep pumping from where we are now. So either one, it does look like it's going to pump right now. Like it does look like it's going to continue to pump right now. So there's a possibility that this buying pressure could just keep going and going and going. But then again, if it doesn't, look for 17 cents for the next breakout. All right, so this is all I got. Hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. As always, I'll be back with another video.